Hi, everyone. So this is the time when a lot of people might be getting a letter from Social Security. It's called an overpayment letter. Now, what happens is that they send out these letters, and in them, they tell people that they owe money and have to pay it back. So who gets these letters and why do they receive them? That's exactly what I want to talk about in this video. Make sure you watch all the way to the end because I'm going to go over what you should do if you ever get one of these letters. So if you received Social Security benefits last year in the year 2024 and you were under full retirement age, there were income limits. That means if you were getting retirement benefits, spousal benefits, survivor benefits, disability benefits, or SSI, then your income, or even your spouse's income if you're on SSI, could have affected the benefits you receive. Now, if you had income, or if there were any changes in your income that you didn't report to Social Security last year, this is the time when Social Security may receive your income information from the IRS. And when they get that information and update their system, if they see that you received more money than you were actually eligible for, meaning you were overpaid, that's when these letters go out telling you that you have to pay the money back. So let's go over the income limits from Social Security last year so you can see more details. If last year in 2024, you received retirement benefits either from your own record or from your spouse's record, or if you received survivor benefits and for the entire year you did not reach your full retirement age, then Social Security had limits on how much you could earn from work. This only includes earned income, meaning income from work, whether reported on a W-2 or a 1099 form. And this only includes your earnings, not your spouse's earnings. Social Security set the earnings limit for the entire year at $22,320, which equals $1,860 per month. If your earnings went over this limit and you didn't report it to Social Security while receiving these benefits, then you were overpaid. For every $2 you earned over the limit, Social Security reduced your benefits by $1. And this is the time when they could be sending out letters asking for that money back if you went over the limit. And if last year you reached full retirement age, there may have been a few months in the year when you were still under full retirement age, but later you stepped into full retirement age. In that case, Social Security set a higher earnings limit for you. The limit for the entire year was $59,520, which equals $4,960 per month. Now, these earnings limits only apply to the income you had before the month you reached full retirement age. Starting from the month you reached full retirement age and beyond, there is no longer an earnings limit. If your earned income from work exceeded this limit, then for every $3 over the limit, your retirement benefits or other Social Security benefits were reduced by $1. And if you didn't report this income to Social Security last year, this is the time when they could be sending out letters asking you to pay the money back. Okay, next I want to talk about disability benefits, specifically SSDI. For those of you who received SSDI benefits last year, Social Security set the monthly earnings limit at $1,550. Unlike other benefits, this limit applies per month, not per year, and this figure applies to all disabilities except blindness. Now, if you were receiving disability benefits due to blindness, then the earnings limit was higher, set at $2,590 per month. If you had earned income in any month that went over these limits, then you would no longer qualify for disability benefits for that month. Not just a reduction, but a complete loss of benefits for that month, no matter how much you exceeded the limit by. And if you went over the limit but did not report it to Social Security last year, this could be the time that they may be sending you a letter asking you to pay the money back. Another thing I want to mention is for those of you who received SSI, Supplemental Security Income, last year, Social Security sets a resource limit for SSI recipients, which is $2,000 for an individual and $3,000 for a couple. It doesn't matter if only one person is receiving SSI or if both spouses are receiving it. Social Security still limits total assets to $3,000 for a couple. If your resources went over this limit at any point during the year and you did not report it to Social Security, they may send you a letter asking you to pay the money back. The same goes for income. If you had any income last year that you did not report to Social Security, this includes all sources of income, not just earned income from work, or if your spouse had income that was not reported, this could be the time when Social Security reviews that information and sends out letters requesting repayment. Okay, now I want to talk about what you should do if you receive a letter from Social Security saying that you owe money, whether they say you were overpaid or that you now have to pay money back. Does receiving one of these letters from the government automatically mean that you have to accept the debt as it is? Is that the right thing to do? Not necessarily. Just because you receive one of these debt collection letters doesn't mean that 100% of them are correct. I recommend that you carefully review the contents of the letter and check whether the information inside is accurate. If you find any errors, you should contact Social Security before the deadline stated in the letter so that you have the opportunity to file an appeal or work with them to resolve any mistakes. And if the debt you owe is actually correct, then be aware of Social Security's rules regarding overpayments. Starting from March 25th, 2024, Social Security implemented a new rule. Of course, when you owe money to Social Security, they are required by law to recover that debt. However, as of March 25th last year, they can no longer withhold your entire monthly benefit until the full amount is repaid. Instead, they can only deduct up to 10% from your monthly benefit. They will deduct 10% of your monthly benefit, or $10, whichever amount is higher, unless there is an exception, such as if the overpayment was due to fraud. Now, if you feel that the 10% deduction is too high and want Social Security to reduce it, you can contact your local Social Security office or call 1-800-772-1213 to discuss your options. If you request a lower deduction, Social Security may approve it as long as the entire debt can be paid off within 60 months, which is now allowed under the new rule. Previously, repayment plans were limited to a maximum of 36 months. And if 60 months is still too much for you, you can request an even longer repayment period. However, for anything beyond 60 months, Social Security will need to review your financial situation, including your income, assets, and monthly expenses, before making a decision. And in some special cases, If the overpayment amount is small, you may be able to ask Social Security to review your case and see if they can waive the debt, meaning you wouldn't have to pay it back. Of course, they will evaluate your financial situation to determine whether you qualify for a waiver before making a decision. Okay, everyone, so this is the topic I wanted to share in this video. For those of you who receive a letter from Social Security regarding an overpayment and your situation matches any of the cases I just discussed, I hope this gives you some useful information to help you figure out the best option for your case. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.